have a Hall of Fame like MTG does? Nah. Cringe take, cringe take. Oh, let's go, Peter. All right, here we go. Getting into it. Going first here for James. Does have energy and the Battle VIP pass, so the step is available. Conventions are big enough for all of it. Yeah, like there's still plenty of space. Like they're gonna keep increasing tournament sizes year over year, as we keep capping out tournaments. People with that take have low click speed and miss Arcanine Reg. Oh, prediction. Oh shoot, my bad. Good call. Good call. Yeah, that take just needs to stop. All right, who will win? Player on the left, we got Gardy from James. Player on the right, we got Benjamin Pham with... Oh, wait, it's not going to be tie, though. The third factor will be wins. So the third factor here will be wins on prize cards. Prize cards scenario. Oh, fuck. Wins on prize cards. All right, so the third situation here is going to be wins on prize cards. So if we get to like game 3 and it gets to a situation where neither player draws all 6 prize cards to win the game, but it becomes who has less prize cards left as a tiebreaker, then that's when the third condition kicks in. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, there's still plenty of room in these convention centers, and like, yeah, there's no tie possible. There's still plenty of room in these convention centers and stuff. And for the events to be bigger, and the events are getting bigger, like the size of tournaments is getting bigger every single year. Like literally every single year, they're increasing the size of events. So yeah, just let them keep cooking. They're doing a good job, at least in North America, and they're doing better in Europe this season as well. They're doing way better in Europe with these last couple events. All right, over to Benji. That top deck battle VIP pass is pretty sick there for Benji. I don't even know what we'll see here from Benji, to be honest. The early Cram attacks are really good, but there's the Cresselia start from James. So the early Cram attack is less effective for sure. Yeah, the early Cram attack is way less effective here from Benji. I actually don't know what's correct here, to be honest. You could just go for Tina Greninja and then go for an Abyss Seeking. I think that seems fine. You could go get Greninja, get Tina. Yeah, now Benji does play one Escape Rope. So if Benji can find Escape Rope Cram attack, that's really good. But Cram attack into Cresselia, you'd probably rather just Abyss Seeking and set up further. We see Benji is favoring the Comfey over the Tina here. I kind of like the Greninja take instead. That way you can just use Abyss Seeking here. I don't know. I kind of like the Greninja take instead here from Benji. Also, you have like Greninja established and in play to utilize as draw power when you get Iono'd throughout the game, and you have the threat of the Moonlight Shuriken on the next turn as well. I just want to see Greninja get established. Force James to find Manaphy. I don't know. Benji does not go after Greninja very aggressively, and I feel like in Charizard it makes a little bit more sense. But in this matchup, I feel like we have like Abyss Seeking. We could go Greninja for 2, use Comfey, Pokegear ideally into the Colress, and then just go with an Abyss Seeking. I don't know, because we have the grass in there for the Greninja in the hand as well. I don't know. It's a Switch Cart and a Nest Ball. It goes for the Switch Cart. So now we can get to the Abyss Seeking. But like Benji's other play here would have been play the Jet on the Comfey, and then we're not Abyss Seeking at all. And like I said, Cram is only really good here if we're like get the one of Escape Rope. Colress. What's the other card? Colress. All right, Colress. Feels not great, but it's okay. Okay, there's the Battle VIP Pass. So you could go Battle VIP Pass. You want the water to have that threat. If you didn't prize a Tina, you can definitely also own a Tina here and maybe the boss. Boss is still pretty important for the late game, closing out the late game though. There's the Tina Lawson. I think Benji does play the 3 water. No, Benji does play 3 water, so that's fine. Takes the Jet. Could have taken the water over the Jet, to be honest. So we can see the Battle VIP Pass now. Go get Greninja. Doesn't have... They'll probably will get the other Tina as well, I assume. So it'll be a Greninja Tina here. But we'll see what Benji goes for. And then you do want to kind of Cram potentially next turn, but you can find the Cram later. And this will get us to 6 in the Lost Zone here for Benji as well. What's a water prize, though? We should have kept that water fish water prized. Oh, there is a water prize. We definitely should have kept that water here. Wait, is there? There is a water prize. So we definitely should have kept that water over the Jet there from Benji. So that's definitely a mistake here. Oh, even thinking about not getting Greninja and goes for the Cram. I think it is just because of the water being prized. Benji's like, well, the water's prized. But is that because of... Dude, I still feel like going to Abyss Seeking here is better, though. Getting this damage on the Cresselia just feels so mid. I mean, Benji still might be going for an Abyss Seeking here, though. But just then why wouldn't you get Greninja if you're going to go for Abyss Seeking? I think you could, like, get rid of the grass, draw 2 cards. Is the Abyss Seeking, but still chose to get Greninja. Yeah, I think that the Water Lost Zone seemed bad there. Yeah, the Water Lost Zone seemed bad there from Benji. Should have got rid of the Jet, I feel like, and then gone for this Abyss Seeking. Keeps boss, so kept both boss there. Stressing keeping the bosses here from Benji. The boss is really good for, like, as the game progresses, like, use Cram to, like, boss KO stuff off the bench, or to, like, boss the the Guardi EX, like Star Requiem at some point as well. Over to James. James is playing the Avery there, actually. I just saw the Avery in hand here from James. But do you really want to play the Avery here when you really want to find Mirage Step? Or do you just... You do limit Benji's bench a little bit. Is it going to be the Avery here? That feels so risky from James. I feel like the Iono is just like Iono there and guarantee the Mirage Step. Unless it's prize, but I don't think it is. Yep, there's the whiff. Dude, I don't like that from James at all. Why not just play the Iono and draw 6 cards? Get the Mirage Step. Oh, wait, there's an Ultra Ball in hand. Okay, never mind. I take it back. There was an Ultra Ball in hand. I think the Ultra Ball must have been the top deck, because I don't think I saw that at the last turn. There we go. Ultra Ball, Mirage Step's coming. Got the Manaphy as well. So this is actually an okay situation here for James for sure. Is playing around gets the Manaphy down, is playing around the Greninja play, even though we know it's not available for Benji here, because I'm pretty sure Benji did prize a water and does lose a Comfey there. But we got the Jet to reset here from Benji. Can jet up the Comfey, retreat to the Cram, take this initial knockout with a Cram. But yeah, and the Manaphy did make its way down, so like Benji wouldn't have been able to use the Greninja anyways. But I think still just establishing the Greninja, getting energy in the discard pile to be able to combo with Super Rod, Mirage Gate, stuff like that just makes sense. Extra draw power. The Cram here is going to get utilized, but we could have found the Cram this turn. And Greninja, like, Greninja can find Cram. Cram can't find Greninja. So, already Mirage Gate coming out here for Benji. Lining up the Psychic and the Grass. So it's been a really good first couple turns from both players, to be honest. Turn 1 and turn 2 from both players has been great. Benji already getting into the Lost Gates, or the Mirage Gates, sitting out the deck. Going to get this first knockout with the Cram. You'd ideally would have liked to have taken a prize card turn 1 as Benji, and then taken another prize card this turn as Benji. So we're 1 turn behind where Benji would like to be. This would be like to be our second prize card here for Benji. Splitting up the energies on the Tina as well. And then, yeah, here we go with the Pokegear. 7, and hoping for... Wait, did we already play Colress? No, we didn't. Hoping for a Colress. There's the Colress. Only 1 Colress left, so now Benji's looking at like 2 Roxanne plus a Colress, plus those 2 bosses as well. And like I said, the bosses are pretty good the later the game goes, because it lets Cram... Like, Cram is like a really good attacker against Gardevoir in general. And when you get to those late game scenarios where you're just like prize after prize after prize after prize, you know, Cram plus boss can be a way to like close out the game potentially. And here comes the Colress from Benji. Probably can get rid of the Comfey. Probably can get rid of the Counter Catcher as well. The Avery's really good here on the next turn. Avery way less good, though, with that water in the Lost Zone. Yeah, the Avery's pretty good here coming up. Maybe it's not that good, though. All right, Psychics and Grasses in the hand here for Benji. The thing you want to think about here as Benji is if you get... the thing you want to think about, if you get Iono, what do you want going back to the deck? Depends what else is left in the deck. So I almost want to see a Psychic get attached here, so that way you could gate out the Grass and a Psychic. Here we go. Retreat. Here comes the Cram Punch. Oh, wait, you can't attach. I was thinking we could attach the Grass or Psychic. We attached the Jet from Benji. What am I thinking? I'm trolling on that one. All right. Over to James. He's thinking about sending up Ralts just to give himself some options of what to attack with after that. I'm surprised that Cresselia wasn't shipped here from James. But I'm curious to see how James chooses to play. Top deck Guardi EX, so we'll probably see a refinement before the Iono now. There's a Psychic in the hand that can go. And we're looking for a way to bump the Stadium here for James. Super Rod, and I don't know what that other card was. Is it worth Super Rod in that Ralts? Probably not. You're probably conserving that for later. There's a Guardi EX, and then we'll see the Iono after this. Could play the Screamtail down, but you probably want to bench... well, Jirachi would be a thing, but probably just another Ralts here is what James wants to find, is just another Ralts. There's the Iono. I think James did prize a Kirlia as well. I'm not 100% sure. So I don't think there's actually a Kirlia for this Ralts. And here we go. Will James find an out to the Path to the Peak? And then also, will James find out to the Path to the Peak? And then will... Oh, double Avery. James is playing 2 Averys. Still have one Curly to use. There's an Ultra Ball. There's a Fog Crystal. So Shiny Arcana can be evolved to that Curly to see more cards after this refinement. Has Counter Catcher in the hand as well. So it could have like a crazy turn like Counter Catcher Giratina off the bench. That's probably not going to happen, but a lot. There's a Candy, so we could see Candy Shiny Arcana into the active. Try and utilize that while you can. But then it gets a little awkward though if you do that though, because then you have a Shiny Arcana just kind of stuck in your active if you don't get a way to attack, and then Shred could come up and take it out, which you probably wouldn't love to see here. James doesn't play Jirachi now either. Okay, so James doesn't play Jirachi. You could just get our Shiny Arcana and evolve the bench. You could Candy out the active, but if you Candy out the active, I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like the Candy out the active. I feel like evolving the bench one feels correct here. It feels like you don't need to attack this turn as James. It would be nice to, but I think you could settle for not attacking as James. So I think evolving the bench one makes the most sense. It does limit your draw power and play overall, but I think that's probably correct to not to walk into a Shred here. We'll see what James decides to go with, though. I'm very curious. And then also has a Fall Crystal in hand, which we could see get played right now to go get a Ralts and put that on the bench. I'm pretty sure there's Ralts left in the deck. And I think James is looking at that now. Do I play the Fall Crystal now before I use Shiny Arcana to increase my odds? Yep. Does go back into the deck here. Oh, goes for an energy, actually. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know about that. I was like, I don't know about that. Does get the Ralts. Maybe you retreat, then attach. But retreating and then attaching, you don't want to like commit retreat to your Cresselia, I feel like. I don't think you want to commit to retreating to anything until you know if you're attacking this turn or not. So I think you're fine with leaving the Ralt. I think you'd rather leave Ralts in the active anyways than your Cresselia. So here's the Gardevoir for 2. Is it any good? Not good enough to attack with. It doesn't look like it was Super Rod, Screamtail. So I think we'll see the Ralts be left in the active here. Maybe if there's an energy in hand, but I don't think there is. You could leave the Manaphy in the active. I think it's just going to be a pass here from James. No way to be super aggressive here from Benji on this next turn. The 2 boss are on the bottom of the deck. You can't like I mean, honestly, boss KO Shiny Arcana here does seem like it would be pretty good, but not going to be an option. Benji has a switch cart, but he's just going to go with the Jet on the Comfy. Wants to start to dig back through the deck a little bit. Needs to shuffle the deck, to be honest. I think there's like the Roxane's on the bottom of the deck. Gate versus Tina V-Star. I think it's got to be the Tina V-Star here from Benji. Yeah, losing a Gate always is rough. You have 2 Gate left. You have a decent amount of energy established as well, so it's not that bad, I don't think. And then could evolve the Tina with the energy to the V-Star, make it a little bit harder to knock out, which makes sense. Force James to have a little bit more to work with here. And even is going to commit the attachment there as well. Oh, can't do it because of the Jet. It doesn't feel like your energy attachment for turn. It feels like you put a switch card. There we go. Cram KO Ralts. And now what's the send up here from James? Think about sending up the Ralts again. Being unsure of what is possible this turn. The Ralts send up has another Avery in hand. There's the Collapse Stadium. A card late. Literally 1 card late here. Starts with the Shiny Arcana. I wonder how far James would go here. Like, he has a Counter Catcher. He just hit an energy off this as well. Throws it onto the Shiny Arcana. Yeah, what is going to be the play here from James? Are we just going into a Cresselia angle? Could just go play Avery and then play Collapsed and then Cresselia, the Tina V-Star here. Here's the 3 off the Avery. Another Ralts is good, but if you put Ralts in play now and then play Collapse, you'd have to collapse away your Manaphy. There's no Greninja established from Benji right now. And it would be hard for Benji to get to the Greninja play, to be honest. So I don't hate the idea of establishing another Ralts here from James. You would give up your Manaphy, though, which means the Greninja play could become tough. Yeah, there's a lot of decent plays here for James. I have no idea what James is going to go with here. So does want to preserve the Manaphy here. And here comes the energy. Is it going to be a Cress angle? It is the Cress angle. And it could be to KO the Comfy. Or it could be just to set up some damage on a Tina. There's a lot of damage set up on the Gardevoir with this play. So honestly, KOing the only Comfy in play, I kind of like removing the draw power. But yeah, and James agrees. Remove the draw power. You have enough energy set up on your Shiny Arcana that can respond to a Tina at this point. There we go. Mirage Gate top deck here for Benji. And it is going to get used. There's some grasses and psychics. There's a lot of energy in the deck. Honestly, Benji's been through his deck considerably at this point. There's actually just not that much deck left. And it might just be like a shred angle here from Benji. This is looking pretty good for James. But like with this knockout as well from Benji, like James can hit him with an Iono next turn potentially. Although Benji hasn't really done much out of the hand, maybe you just leave Benji with the current hand that hasn't done much. Of course, there could be a Roxanne in Benji's current hand, but you don't know for sure. Yeah. Looking pretty good. Catch Retreat. Oh, I thought that was a boss for a second, but it's just a VIP pass. What? All right, more energy established in play, and then we do have the switch card. Has a path as well. And down to a 3-card hand. Oh, she's going to be the cram for the 110. Benji's going to play a little bit slower here. I don't know if I like that, to be honest. It does build up more damage in play, but it's not like you're close to a Sableye play yet for Benji. James is still behind on the prize card, so James can go counter catcher and KO that Tina V-Star this turn. Or even the Tina V, if he wants. Shiny Arcana first. No Refinement Curly in the deck, I don't believe. Doesn't have Candy Guardy. Oh, no, it does have Candy, so could go Candy Guardy here. Nobody. I don't know if you guys can hear the cat. I don't know how loud he is. Oh, there's the Turo from James. Picks up the Cresselia, removes all that damage from play. Pushes the Guardy EX. Interesting. Is it just going to be a Curly or a Cresselia reset from James here? Might just be a Cresselia reset here from James. Yep, it's going to be the Cresselia reset, it looks like. Just load up more energy in play. Going to load one on the active. One on the Cresselia, and then probably one on the Shiny Arcana. And then probably just hit for 60 damage on a Tina. Leave the rest of the energy. You could put one on the Ralts as well, I guess. And we do see that from James there. And then 80 to the Tina V-Star, I assume. Once again, still has access to counter catcher. Just taking it slow. Knows Benji's hand isn't very good. Just set up these Tinas to be able to be more easy to be dealt with as this game progresses. So you can go 80 to the V-Star. And then look for like the counter catcher on the Tina V next turn, maybe. Oh, goes with it on the Tina V. Interesting. Actually, it's interesting. Instead of the V-Star. So I guess like gonna KO the Tina V-Star next turn and then make sure the Tina... Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. We'll see how it goes. Another Mirage Gate top deck here for Benji. Probably needs to hold on to this one, though. And honestly, this is why I kind of want to see Benji get more aggressive on that last turn. It's just like... See, now we're finally getting... Now Benji feels like, okay, now I have to do something. I can't sit here for another turn. But I feel like even that last turn was sitting there for too long. I feel like it would have been fine to have seen the Shred plus Path last turn. But there's the Shred. Sends up the damage Tina V. So I think James is going to look for that counter catcher on the Tina V-Star this turn. Now, Benji is still drawing prize cards. Still has the Cram to work with as well. The Cram is a great response to Shiny Arcana Gardevoir most of the time. James, at some point as well... Actually, I don't even know. Does James even look for the Iono here? What are you guys talking about the Turo? He discarded the energy off the Turo. Yo, appreciate the... I don't know, that's a lot of gifted. How many is that? 25 gifted. Grain Grid SLC. Welcome all to the pack. I'd read out the names, but we're in the middle of the game. I'm going to maintain my focus on the action, but always appreciate it. Welcome all to the pack. Got plenty of cats, but we're all out of Ralts, it looks like. Level ball burn here from James. No Ralts grab. Might just be a burn of the level ball before we hit the Iono here. Although, to be honest, I don't even know if you need to Iono here, as James still has a Candy in hand, but does not have a Shiny Arcana to go with it. I'm sure that's what James is looking for. To candy out this active Ralts into a Shiny Arcana would be pretty good. There's a Scream. Are we going to Scream Tail the active here? That doesn't seem that good. That's a lot of damage in play. But I guess Sableye's nowhere to be seen yet. Sableye's nowhere to be seen yet. It doesn't mean Benji can't get there, though. It doesn't mean we can't get there. Scream Tail's down. Okay, okay. We do have the... Oh, it's going to be to a Guardy EX, though? Retreats the energy first. Retreats to the Scream Tail. Candy's out second Guard EX. This does play around like Boss Star Requiem. But this is like another free prize card from James. But maybe you don't really have a choice. You could have attacked with Shiny Arcana this turn. So continues to build up with Shiny Arcana. Here comes the Iono. Dreamtail will KO the active. But this is just another free prize card for the Cram. Yeah, Cram can just come through, get a free prize card. Also, if Benji just finds Boss this turn, Benji can just Star Requiem a Guardy EX. And then has Cram on the bench to respond. I don't know if I love this play from James, to be honest. Was there a way for James to be more aggressive? Maybe there wasn't. But James could have attacked with the Shiny Arcana this turn. I don't know. Maybe there just wasn't, to be honest. It almost feels like James is playing this one like... It feels like this is going too slowly. I don't know. Yeah, Benji has a boss here. Benji's in a pretty good spot. I mean, I guess the Shiny Arcana is building up to the point. Should we put that on the Shiny Arcana? Can we get to the Shiny Arcana to a point where we can KO a Giratina V-Star? Oof. Could we get the Shiny Arcana to the point where we can KO a Giratina V-Star? It's 3. Wait, we're only doing 120 here, right? So we're not even KOing the active here. We're just going after the Cram once again? I don't know about this. This is... So we're just KOing the Cram? I mean, I guess it does even out the prize trade. But I thought it would be possible for James to create a board state where the Shiny Arcana... There's the boss in hand! There's an energy top deck? Does Benji just go for the boss now? Greninja's played down. You probably draw with Greninja first. I mean, another Tina V-Star I feel like wraps this game up here. There's 10 in the loss zone. Another boss. You could just shred. And then boss next turn. Or you could Escape Rope, Star Requiem. And then James would attack with a Guardi EX on this next turn. Escape Rope here from James. Pushes up the Manaphy. Tina gets sent up from Benjamin. So I think we're going with the boss here this turn. Yep. Boss on the Guardi. There's the V-Star. Doesn't play the Super Rod for the Cram or an Energy for Greninja. I think we should have seen the Super Rod there from Benji, to be honest. Put back an Energy for more draw power with Greninja, and maybe put back the Cram to have the Cram plus, like, boss combo. Well, I guess you're losing in 2 turns anyways. Like, Benji either wins next turn or loses. So, I mean, the only thing would maybe be putting back a basic Energy to use with Raining Greninja. There's the Screamtail send up here from James. The Screamtail can KO that bench Tina. Wait, but how does that even work? How do you do this here? Well, no, James can go Guardi EX KO the bench Tina, right? So, yeah, James's game plan is counter catcher. No, because you can't put too much damage on your Guardi EX. Oh, this is tough. Has to find reversal, but reversal doesn't do anything. James has to somehow KO with Guardi EX on the benched Tina, but didn't attach that energy from hand last turn. Yeah, James had to KO the bench Tina with counter catcher this turn or boss. Yeah, I feel like James should have gone after the, like, what James could have done with, like, that Shiny Arcana energy hit from James could have been loaded onto the Shiny Arcana, and then if you hit another Shiny Arcana energy, how many energy do you even need on there? You need 8. So Shiny Arcana hit into Shiny Arcana hit plus reversal, and you want to KO the Tina V-Star, and then the Cram can't KO your Shiny Arcana. That's what I was thinking here for James, but the other thing James could do this turn is counter catcher the Greninja plus Iono. Counter catcher Greninja plus Iono, KO the bench Tina into boss or counter catcher KO the Tina again. I guess that's still a line here. That is still a line here for sure. Still a line. I don't know if James has an Iono though, because the hand here for Benji seems pretty good. There's the counter catcher. There's the Greninja. So it is going to be the Screamtail around, but you need... Is there no Iono here for James? James might not have an Iono. Oh no. Oh no, was the Iono whiffed? Or do we still have it? Nope, I don't see an Iono in that hand. All right. Well, I don't know for sure if Benji has a way to move, to be honest. Benji doesn't. And the top deck is... Avery. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we can Super Rod back 3 energy, which I think we should have seen last turn, like I had mentioned. Like, if we should have put energy back in the deck last turn in case we get Iono, then we have more options, more outs to draw power. So Rod back 3 energy. And then play the Nest Ball, thin a basic out of the deck. And then play Avery. And you need to draw into an energy, a switch cart, a Mirage Gate. Actually, is it even possible for Benji to whiff? It is possible. It looks like it is. There's some dead cards in there. There's enough dead. All right, it is possible to whiff. It is very unlikely here for the whiff from Benji. I just kind of feel like James played this game a little bit too passively, to be honest. I feel like James played it a little bit too passively. 7 outs? It's more than 7, isn't it? It might have been 7. Mirage Gate, Jet, triple energy. 6 energy, switch card, I think. Yeah, it might be. Here we go. 3 from Benji. There's the energy, the retreat, and the loss impact for the win. Yeah, I feel like James played this one a little bit too passively. Just kept this is what the Tina play deck wants to do. Just like keep drawing prize cards, set up attackers in play that can keep drawing prize cards. Yeah, Benji got to do everything he wanted there. Just like keep drawing prize cards. Didn't have as set up of a board as he would like, but the Avery's turn after turn after turn did start to pick apart Benji's board. I think James should have been a little bit more aggressive with trying to deal with the Tinas. For sure. Yeah, I think a little bit too passive there from James. A little bit too passive. With both boss and deck, I hated the Cram kill. Yeah, that was tough. I mean, if the boss isn't there for the Star Requiem, you're in an okay spot, I guess. But yeah, I feel like trying to play around the Cram. I feel like James should have tried to play himself into a spot where Cram couldn't get a kill without boss at the end of the game. Like Iono to 1, if you have boss Cram, you win. But if you don't, then I win next turn. I felt like if James had dealt with the Tinas and then tried to make the last attacker before the Iono to 1, the Shiny Arcana with 120 HP left, or a Guardi EX with the 310 HP left, like then I think you're in like a better spot there as James, and then like force him to have the boss with the Cram. Like, all right, have the boss with the Cram. Yeah, the Screamtail didn't even have to happen. Yeah, the Screamtail play I just felt like made the prize cards too easy for Benji. So like you don't want to make the prize cards too easy for Benji here. Mulligan here for James. You don't want to make the prize cards too easy. He prized 2 Iona. Oh, did he really at the end there? Yeah, that's rough. And then like yeah, on that previous turn from Benji as well, definitely should have played that super odd. That's like the only real big thing. Well, like I don't know, not getting Greninja early, I felt like it's questionable. It did work out for Benji overall. Maybe building up the Lost Zone is a little bit more important with that second Comfy. Like you value doing the second Comfy first, and then if you can get to the other play, that's great. But all right, Mulligan here. Oh, Mulligan from both players, and now another Mulligan from Benji. And another Mulligan from James. So double Mulligans from both players in a row. It's a lot of Mulliganing. It's a lot of Mulligan. Also not touching the Arcana this turn before felt really egregious. But, I mean, yeah, the other play that James could have gone with was trying to build up a Guardi EX to play around the Star Requiem play hitting. James could have tried to build up a Guardi EX. And honestly, maybe James should have built up a Guardi EX sooner with the Cresselia as well, but instead commit the energy to the Ralts. But it could have been on a Guardi EX. And that would have been a difference maker as well, because then the Guardi EX could have attacked with full HP to get the KO. Another Mulligan coming in from James. Does Benji also have a Mulligan? Nope. Benji's going to get to take advantage of that Mulligan there. And yeah, we will probably see Benji going second here. We'll see another Mulligan here. See some Ralts, an Iono. Okay, Ultra Ball. Okay, looking good. Looking real good for a Mirage Step here. I think it was double Ralts. Double Ralts there from James. But Benji could have Star Requiem, the Guardi that was built up. That's true. I guess that Guardi would have got Star Requiemed over the other one anyways. Oh, wait, there's not 2 Ralts. Okay, we have an Ultra Ball. Oh, the save. The level ball top deck for the second Ralts into the Mirage Step. Mirage Step prized? Oh my god, I didn't even pay attention. I'm not paying attention to the prize cards ever. Dude, Mirage Step prize is crazy. All right, so we got to switch it up here from James. We got to go for a Mew angle then. Yeah, so we got to go with Mew here as James. Mirage Step is prized, so you got to go Mew. Yep, James immediately identifying that. Mew for Battle VIP Pass. And then off the Battle VIP Pass, maybe you go Greninja, maybe you just go double Ralts. I don't really know what's correct from there, but you definitely commit to the Mew angle now for sure. Greninja prize for Benji. That's rough as well. A big thing will be, will James be able to suss out the prize Greninja before putting Manaphy in play? We'll see. Like if Benji sees double Battle VIP Pass turn 1 and doesn't get Greninja, then you kind of know it's prized. It's kind of 80-20 now, isn't it? I don't know. Who does the... I don't know. I don't do... It's impossible to know what the exact numbers are on the fly. Sure, it's 80-20 at this point. We can go with that. It's just like also irrelevant. Whoever wins, wins. There's the Battle VIP Pass. Thank goodness, bro. If that would have been tough. Battle VIP Pass is nice. It is looks like the double Ralts. It's not going to be the Greninja Ralts. I was curious like what we'd go with here. Benji's hand. Got the Cram. Got the Colress. Turn 1 Cram attack is looking good for Benji, though. And it would be able to take out the Mew, which removes the pressure of the Candy Gardevoir turn 2. And it'll probably be a pass here from James. But yeah, turn 1 Cram, looking good for Benji. Just needs a Comfey. Has the Jet, has the Cram, has a Path. Has a Path as well. Could stop the Candy Gardevoir play on the next turn as well. Top deck was a Tina, I think. More Pokemon to be set up is great for Benji. Before this Iono start hitting, getting your Pokemon in play. There's the second Comfey. So you're definitely going Comfey Tina Jet. I don't know, Comfey Tina Jet looks good to me. You can definitely give up 1 Psychic at least. Giving up a Tina V-Star isn't terrible either. We haven't searched the deck yet for Benji, so we don't know how many Tina V-Stars there are, but this is the Cram attack right here with that Comfey grab here. What's the matchup percentage now? 32, 68. You probably give the Nest Ball here. Rock Sands are just super important as the game develops. You already have like a decent amount of Pokemon as well here for Benji. Yeah, this is a great start for Benji. Gonna get the Cram attack. Path and Colress. It's a tough one. Probably have to go with Colress, I would assume. Does go with the Colress. It sucks to kind of give up a Path, but... And now do you get more aggressive with this Path from Benji? You are carrying the Mew, which is your main out into that Candy Gardevoir. Do you want to play around this early Candy Gardevoir, or do you want to save the Path for later? My assumption is, I think we haven't seen that many Path from Benji, so I think Benji only plays probably the 3 Path. Could have the 4th. But yeah, there's that. This is exactly what you want, where you want to be from Benji. No possibility of Mirage Step for a huge board setup. And now James is going to desperately looking for this Candy Gardevoir. 2 Gardevoirs in hand. No candies. What do you Ultra Ball away here as James to get a Kirlia? Or do you just play the Iono? I feel like you got to grab a Kirlia off this Ultra Ball here from James. Just plays the Iono. Doesn't even get a Kirlia. Oh, it was a tough. You could have definitely Ultra Balled away the Avery. You definitely need to keep your boss, so you would have had to have gotten rid of something else there. The draw so far. All right, there's 1 refinement. There's an Ultra Ball to work with as well. So we're in business here, I guess. Candy Gardevoir not looking like it's going to be possible here for James. Well, we have the Ultra Ball and the Fog Crystal. It is possible. There's 4 in the Lost Zone here for... There's Greninja. So we got Greninja plus Fog Crystal. That draws us 2 more cards. There's an Ultra Ball in the hand. We could find another refinement that way. I don't love not getting refinement there from James with that first Ultra Ball, but I don't know what you would have got rid of, to be honest. Getting rid of the Avery is fine. You don't want to get rid of Boss, but then which Gardevoir do you get rid of? Which Gardevoir do you want to get rid of then? I don't actually know which Gardevoir you get rid of at that point, to be honest. The Shiny Arcana or the Gardevoir EX from James. Here we go. Greninja for 2. Really need to find another Kirlia here. You do have the... I think the Ultra Ball will have to be played on this turn if James does whiff. There's an Energy. There's a Manaphy. You can Ultra Ball away the Zacian and the Energy to get another Kirlia. You do have to establish another Kirlia here for sure, as James. Benji didn't really telegraph Greninja being prized. Also could have got it off the prize card there. I didn't see it was pull off the prize card there. So gives up the counter catcher here to preserve the Manaphy, and now can refinement away the Energy in hand. The other thing for James to do here would be to just retreat the Ralts into the Greninja, which I don't hate. That play would get, not just finding more cards here, would definitely get like punished by just like a boss. Boss KO Kirlia. I think that's what James is thinking about. Do I retreat to the Greninja, or do I use Kirlia to draw more cards? I think I just like the Kirlia play because boss would be so good here anyways. Getting the extra cards to work with for the next turn seems better. Maybe thinking about the Psychic Fruits and Manaphy, but then I feel like the Ultra Ball would have been played differently if that was the thought. There's still the Energy, though. I think we see the retreat to the Greninja here for sure from James. Or I guess you could Teleportation. It's better to Teleportation, right? Ooh, is it? Goes with the Attach Retreat. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Do we want the Energy built up on the Ralts? All right. Oh, the hand is pretty weak here from Benji. And this is what I was talking about, kind of, to be honest, as well, was like, I feel like establishing Greninja gives you so many more outs for draw power. In this game specifically, Greninja's prize for Benji, so never had the chance. But this kind of hand, you'd love to have a Greninja in this hand or on the board here. Discard one of these grasses, see me 2 new cards. But this is the kind of turn that James needs from Benji. Benji needs to have a slow turn here for James. There's the Path still, which could prevent the Gardevoir EX draw power. But James needed a turn like this for sure. This is going to give James some momentum here. Has both Gardevoirs in hand to work with now. Has the Iono as well, but you definitely don't want to play Iono here. No, wait. Don't play the Iono. Just use Refinement on the Iono. You definitely just Refinement Iono here as James. You do not Iono Benji's hand. Refinement the Iono. We're drawing 6 cards here. We'll either see another Iono, and then if we have to play it, we will. But we are not trying to Iono Benji here. I think that was another Iono. Was it? Maybe it was a candy. There's a Shiny Arcana. Could play the Fog Crystal first and thin out an energy. Decides to not. Keeps the Fog. We definitely just need to find a Stadium Bump here. There's an energy hit. Throws it on the Greninja. Has another refinement to use. Do you give it the Scream Tail? Do you play the Fog Crystal for an energy? I think you want to attack with Cresselia here as James. So you want to keep the Fog Crystal around to find that. I think giving up Scream Tail here is fine. Scream Tail is a really bad attacker in this matchup anyways, especially if you don't have Jirachi to protect your bench the turn you go with Scream Tail, which I believe James doesn't. No Stadium Bump still for James. What's going to be the play? Do you play the Ionos to try and find a Stadium? Or do you just sacrifice the Greninja for a turn, get an energy, and maybe attach somewhere? Here comes the Fog Crystal. I assume if we play the Fog Crystal here, it's going to be to go get the Cresselia, bench it. I guess you could retreat to Cresselia for a turn and pass. That would be an interesting choice here from James. You could just go get Cresselia, retreat to it, pass. Let the Cram punch it for a turn. Leave Benji with that hand. Ionoing Benji here to 5 does not sound good. You really wanted a supporter this turn from James. You really wanted a supporter. It looks like James is thinking about just going with the Ralts, though, instead of the Cresselia. Does go with the Ralts instead of the Cresselia. I mean, if you get a reversal here from James, you could just retreat, reversal, knockout. That's chill. Decides against it, though. I feel like the Cresselia is the better play here. I think you want a Cresselia this turn, for sure, as James. Okay, it is making an appearance. Now the question is, do you just retreat pass as James, or do you play the Iono? I don't hate the retreat pass here for how Benji's last turn was Attach Grasp, swing with Cram. But if James is evolving that, we're definitely playing the Iono here. And Benji's fine with that. Benji is content with an Iono here for sure. That hand was cheeks. Now with this play though, James really wants to find an attack this turn. There's the Artisan, okay. James has the attack, has the worker for a follow-up path potentially as well, has a Psychic to be utilized, and has a level ball to get another Curlia. So this was a really good draw here from James. Literally got everything. The Curlia, the energy to draw more cards with concealed cards, Stadium Bump, has a worker for a following path next turn. But on Benji's side, Benji is not hating the draw either. Unfortunately, there's no threat of... Benji would definitely like to threaten Sableye on this next turn, but not going to be able to threaten that with only 4 in the Lost Zone. Iono for next turn as an option as well. Also, this is the second path. They're not going to use concealed cards. Instead, going to go prioritizes the attachment instead. I mean, I think that's fine here. Building up your Shiny Arcanas to be able to take big knockouts without any damage on them is like a really, really big deal. So, could have used concealed cards, but I don't hate the prioritization on the... James maybe rethinking the lack of loading up Gardevoir EX last game here and goes for the load up there. Doesn't load up the Curlia, which could become another Shiny Arcana. Going for the full load here. Going to deal 100 damage. Is it going to be a knockout on the Comfrey or just going to put 100 damage on that Giratina V with a grass? He's going to be 100 on the Giratina V with the grass. Just going to start to set up to get through those Tinas. This would have been a really good turn for a Sableye from Benji, but like I mentioned, only had 4 in the Lost Zone before this chorus right now happening, so it was not possible. A lot of good cards here for Benji to choose from. Do you want that third Tina? Honestly, I don't. For the current situation, the third Tina is not bad. We do see it get given up, though. The Nest Ball to go get Sableye is also very good here for Benji. Establishing Sableye would be really, really good. So I kind of like the Nest Ball take. I don't like that, actually. I think I'd like to have seen the Escape Rope or the Jet. Oh, we have Artisan, though. Okay. Oh, wait. Then I guess that's just a missequence here from Benji. Benji should have used Artisan before... yeah, Benji should have used Artisan before actually playing the Colress. I forgot about the Artisan. But we should definitely just get Sableye. Well, actually, so if we put Sableye on our bench here as Benji, then James could just KO it with Cresselia. Then we force James to Cresselia again. Does that make sense? Did we ever just not grab... If we're not going to bump the Artisan, maybe we don't actually take Sableye here, because then we just leave the Artisan in play, and the Artisan will be in play next turn. Maybe that's the better play from Benji. Because we doubt James is going to bump his own Artisan with a Stadium Bump. James probably wants to preserve as many Stadium Bumps as possible. So actually, with that in mind, because we know we're not bumping the Stadium here as Benji, just leaving it like this makes more sense, I guess. Jet to the Comfy. We are going to go up to 7 here. I don't think there's a Mirage Gate in the hand here, but like a Shred here doesn't seem terrible from Benji. What do we got? Yeah, no Mirage Gate. Sableye Prize? No, it was in the deck. Just chose not to get it because the Artisan's going to stick in place. You don't want to give like James the possibility of like just Cresselia in your Sableye this turn when you can just like go get this Sableye next turn with the Artisan. So values the Switch Cart over the Jet there. Are we trying to heal that bench Tina? Maybe. Yeah, there's actually not a great attacking option here this turn from Benji. It doesn't seem like. Just literally a retreat back to the Cram. Definitely should probably evolve one of these TNs to the V-Star, but maybe you do just wait. And yeah, Benji's just going to wait. Just hit for a 110. All right, Avery top deck here for James. Honestly, I kind of like that, keeping that other Tina from Benji. I kind of like keeping that other Tina there from Benji. Keeping the third Tina. I like the idea of the third Tina. I don't know. All right, we'll see what James goes with. Had the Avery. Avery would only lead to a Comfy discard here from Benji, probably. I guess you could discard the damaged Tina as well. I don't hate the idea of that. That'd be definitely a way better play if we had that other Tina to work with. Yeah, Turo here would be strong. Turo would be pretty good here. Collapse would have been pretty good last turn, to be honest. Okay, here comes the Greninja for 2. Another Psychic, and the Counter Catcher. The Counter Catcher is live currently for James. James has a lot of options here. Could just load up some Psychics and Cresselia again and put some more damage on those Tinas. And it looks like that is what James is going to go for. Loading up the Gardevoir EX. Loading up the Shiny Arcana. And then 80 damage to probably the other Tina V. I can't imagine you do this all to the same Tina. Yeah, I can't imagine you put all this damage on the same Tina. James is looking for Collapse Turo next turn. KO Comfy, right? I don't know. KO Comfy with Avery, actually. You could go Avery to discard a Comfy and then KO the Comfy with the Cresselia. I don't hate that. That would be interesting. I don't think we're KOing a Comfy here, though. I think James is just going to punch a Tina again. Well, I don't know about that, though. Prize cards are, like, at some point you want prize cards. You can one-hit KO Tinas is the thing. Okay, goes for the Comfy KO. I think I like the Comfy KO as well. Like, oh, wait, the Greninja... Is Greninja supposed to be at 70? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You can want, like, if you're not, you feel like you need to take advantage of the possibility of you wanting KO and Tinas at some point. Okay, but here comes that Artisan for Benji. And the Sableye is definitely the option that Benji is going to be lining up here. Because what can you KO here? Cresselia's got 3. You can't take a 3-prize turn. But you can knock out Kirlia and Cresselia. Yikes, that's pretty good. This turn is about, and you still preserve your Cram in play. You still have 2 Tinas on your bench. Sheesh, this is looking good for Benji, man. Double prize turn with plenty of backup attackers. That's the thing about the Tina deck. Like, it's all about just setting up a bunch of attackers in play, having options, and then drawing prize cards. Benji does need to find a Psychic Energy, and maybe a way to switch out the Comfy as well, actually. There's a Mirage Gate, though. That'll do it. And has double Tina V-Star to work with as well. I like giving up the Jet here for sure. Evolve to double Tinas, have the Roxanne to respond to some Ionos potentially as the game progresses. Yeah, here we go. Third Colress down. Only 1 Colress left, but has the Roxanne to work with. The double Tina. There's just so many good cards here. So we should see the Mirage Gate get played here, I think. There might only be one. There might only be Psychics. No, we got Grass in there as well. That's perfect. Psychic. And then Grass to the other Tina, I would assume, is going to be the... Or maybe Water to the Comfy. I don't know what the energy in hand is, to be honest. There's some energy in hand that we definitely want to attach return. Does need to get into 10 in the Lost Zone, which the Comfy here will get us to. Yeah, here we go. Has the Escape Rope. It doesn't really matter what James sends up. If you ever send up if James sends up the Curly, I think in the Sableye play is going to happen no matter what. You could keep the Escape Rope here as Benji, actually. Actually, I like keeping the Escape Rope because it can effectively be a boss at the end of the game to get around a Gardevoir EX. So actually, I kind of like the idea of keeping Escape Rope. You do still have Star Wrecking around, but it could like effectively be a way to get around something that's too big to knock out. See, here's the Curly Ascender from James. Do you ever just attack with Cram for turn? Then your Cresselia is just going to kill your Sableye, though, right? You'd probably just still go for the 2-prize knockout. I'm probably overthinking it. But I am thinking it. There's a boss versus switch card. Always go for the boss here. Just need to keep getting prize cards as the game progresses. Evolve to your double Tinas. Honestly, I would consider benching the Spiritomb here as well, because what do you need this bench space for? Like another Comfey down would be nice, but you have 4 attackers. If you could get down Comfey Greninja, I'm sure you'd go for that. Does Benji ever not evolve to the Tina so they don't get stuck in the active? And was that another reason to actually have kept the escape rope around? Is that what Benji's thinking here? Benji also has an attached return, right? Or am I tripping? That's a lot of dead cards to go back to the deck for Benji here, though. Really? Is this the play? No evolve to the Tina V-Stars. You're going to get Iono to 3 here. Didn't attach return. You could have put 1 energy on each Tina. I don't know if I like that from Benji here, to be honest. Could have evolved to double Tina V-Star, attached to one of the Tina V-Stars. Now, there is like the possibility it gets counter catcher trapped. Like, that is a possibility. But, like, all you would need was a Psychic Energy to at least use Star Requiem that turn. I feel like James now can go for this play where this becomes an attack with Guardi EX and then hope that Benji doesn't have V-Star Psychic, which I think if you do Iono here, I think it's like possible that Benji whiffs. I really don't like that. I feel like Benji should have just played to be more set up. Like, you're gonna get Iono'd here. How are you never getting Iono'd here as Benji? I feel like you're never not. You gotta play as if the Iono's coming here as Benji. And this is like a big opportunity for James to reset up, but there's just a Cresselia grab from James, so James might just be going back into a Cresselia play to KO the Sableye, but still, there's no like attacker setup to answer this Cresselia from Benji. If Benji can set up another Sableye, I think Benji is probably just going to win this game, but another Ralt's coming down, and the Iono's on the way. Hatch active. It could just be a swing with the Guard EX as well, though. So yeah, James has got some options here. Could go with the Guard EX swing. Could go with the Cresselia, knock out on the Sableye. Either way, you have to KO the Sableye. Sableye's got to go here. Do too much damage. 4, 5. Hasn't drawn with Shiny Arcana either. There is a reversal energy. We've been waiting to find some of those for some big hits, especially with like an undamaged Shiny Arcana. Like, that's where James wants to ideally get to, is like, if you can get to the point where Shiny Arcana is 1-hit KO in Tina V's or V-Stars with 0 damage on it, and it's going to be the Cresselia angle here from James. This does allow the Cramp to build up more damage in play on the Cresselia, and the Artisan is still in play. Honestly, James maybe should have bumped the Artisan, because Artisan still being in play here drastically increases the possibility of Sableye being able to attack again. Well, he has a collapse. We could actually see it get bumped. Keeping Artisan in play is risky for sure, because the Sableye can make his comeback. Attacking with Sableye, I guess this turn isn't like that great, but just reestablish it into play seems good. There's a super odd. There's an Avery. The Avery in the hand here is so good for Benji. I think you definitely have to push. Honestly, no, but I don't hate the idea of just pushing Cram and punching with Cram, to be honest. All right, here we go. Remove the Greninja as well. Yeah, you can remove the Greninja from play. I don't know if that matters too much. Cram Punch here is honestly pretty good as well. Maybe it's not like that as big of a deal as I thought. Well, no, there we go. There's the Mirage Gate. So Benji can go super odd Mirage Gate. I think you just play Avery first here as Benji. I kind of want to see the Avery get played here first, but he's going to commit to the recovery. And then this Sableye can KO the Cresselia from Benji. And once again, just leaving the Tinas on the bench. But the Tinas being V-Stars here, one with another Grass Energy. I think Benji forgot to attach on the previous turn, right? Benji didn't attach on the previous turn. There's no reason for Benji to not have attached a Grass to the other Tina on that previous turn. I think that was definitely a mistake from Benji to not attach a Grass, to have a Grass on each Tina V. I think Benji just thought that he did attach because of how much stuff he did that turn. It was like, okay, like this is fine. And it was fine, but yeah, like I said, I really would like to have seen Benji. Like, getting these Tina V-Stars might be tough now for Benji, because the Ionos are going to be hitting every turn from here on out, ideally for James. And that's what you need to know you're playing around here as Benji, is Iono every single turn. So yeah, not a huge fan of Benji not just setting up the board more. And I think this is where the Ionos can definitely catch up with you turn after turn after turn here. The Mirage Gate is in the hand here for Benji. I honestly think Benji maybe should just like play the Mirage Gate, but he's going to go with the Avery first. Now there's a possibility to draw into a bunch of energy. James only has 1 Iono left. I think he's down 3 Iono, though. Is he really down 3 Iono? Oh, I guess I didn't know that, to be honest. Traded 1, used 2. Yeah, there actually might only be 1 left. You could be right. Here comes the Mirage Gate. What was the discard off the Avery had to have been Manaphy Greninja. I can't see James's bench, but water and a Grass being lined up. Grass to the Tina, water to the Comfey. This Grass should have already been on the Tina, though. We could have got a Psychic or another Water this turn into play. So we're behind 1 energy where we could be for Benji. Yeah, I think you might be right, though. There might be only 1 Iono left here. And then Sableye is going to come up here from Benji. And I don't even know what you could KO the Ralts. Honestly, I like KO Ralts, put the rest on Cresselia, I think. I like KO Ralts, put the rest on Cresselia. I don't even know if I don't think I would use the path here as Benji either. I think you'd save the path for when you can Roxanne. Because the chance that the path actually sticks here is like 0. So I don't want to see the path get played here from Benji. I want to see the path get held. Yeah, the chance that the path actually sticks here is like 0. It's actually like negative. I think we should see Sableye, KO Ralts, put the rest on Cresselia. Not the rest. You just need to put 3, so that way Cramp can KO Cresselia next turn. I think you take away taking out the Cresselia here just doesn't feel that good here for Benji. Nah, I don't like that. I think I like the kill. Well, no, because the Ralts is gonna become a new attacker anyways. Yeah, I don't like that from Benji. I want to see the KO of the Ralts, put the damage on the Cresselia, because it actually like lines up a prize card for your Cram as well. You take away the potential more draw power from the Curlia from James as well. All right, James in a tough one. Still down a ton of prize cards. Benji's not established a setup though. Didn't evolve to the other things on the bench. No Iono for James right now. Has a lot of plays to be made here. Starts with Shiny Arcana. Looking probably for a Rare Candy second Shiny Arcana here. So he could attack with a reversal. I guess you could just like build that one up though. There's a Turo. Turo could like get Guardy X out of play. I don't think you have to do that this turn. Looks like maybe Super Rod is being lined up here from James. I think James is probably just going to retreat and attack with Guardy Shiny Arcana though, right? You have to KO this Sableye though, which sucks. The Sableye like has to be KO'd or it's going to keep picking off prize cards. Having to KO the Sableye over and over and over again is just terrible for James. Yep, another Curlia in play. He's thinking about playing the Super Rod. Does James ever attack with Cresselia again? Wait, honestly, is that just a play? Now the more I'm thinking about it, I guess maybe that's just a play. Maybe that is just a play. Do you just attack with Cresselia again? Here comes the Refinement. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think the Artisan's been used for James. There's a reversal. Hit hard. Could attach it to the Guardy X and attack with Guardy X. Attacking with Guardy X feels kind of risky though, because they're in Roxanne range and Benji just needs Psychic attack. James can go KO Tina, he's got it there, right? Oh, that is true. James does have 4 prize cards left. For some reason I thought James had 5 prize cards left. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason I thought James had 5 prize cards left. I don't know if James has the Gust effects remaining to do that, but he might. James actually might have the Gust effects to pull that off, actually. I honestly kind of blanked on that, I'm not gonna lie. Here comes the Super Rod. Lining up a Ralts. Yeah, if James can just go KO Tina, that is just the dub. If James could even go like attack with Shiny Arcana, KO the Tina V this turn. Leave the board state as is, and then threaten the win on the next one. I don't know if the Gust effects are left there for James. He's eyeing up Screamtail. Could you KO the 1 Tina 3? How much HP would Screamtail have left on it? You could Turo. Sheesh. So you could Screamtail KO the Tina V with the damage on it this turn and Turo the Curlia. Huh. That's something. For sure. Greninja goes to the deck. Could Ultra Ball for the Greninja. Has boss left in the deck. Yeah, the boss is in the deck. And then Turo the Curlia is wild. That is the play here, it looks like. He's gonna keep around. Should probably keep around the Zacian just in case. No, if the Shiny Arcana is gonna get KO'd, you can start Requiem'd. No, but it is probably correct to keep around the Zacian though. It's probably correct to keep around the Zacian. Because Benji could just go 12 on Shiny Arcana. 12 damage count on Shiny Arcana. You need to be able to collapse away your Shiny Arcana. You need to be able to collapse away your Shiny Arcana and attack with Zacian potentially on the next turn. But Benji can just win this next turn with boss Psychic Zacian. Wait. Giratina V-Star. The Sableye is still around here for... So actually, but this locks up... This is weird, because Benji can just lock up all of James's energy, right? Well, there's no Tina V-Star, though, so you don't need much. But there's the Roxanne in hand for Benji as well. He does have the boss, but didn't have a Psychic. So even if the V-Stars had been evolved into earlier. So we can see... This is actually like not bad for Benji, though. Benji can go... Oh, man. So there's the Artisan use initially. Gonna grab another Comfey, I think. I think there's Comfeys left. There's no reason not to grab it here. Benji could go Roxanne Path, 12 to Arcana, right? But then James is just going to respond and knock out your Sableye. But then you Roxanne, and then as Benji, you have a 6-card hand to work with. And if James doesn't find Iono, then you should be able to put together... Actually, you could put together another Sableye attack. The Super Rod's in the deck still. And the Artisan is still in play as well. No, but you definitely go with... No, actually, do you even put Path in play here, actually? I actually don't know if you do put Path in play here as Benji. You could just not put Path in play here, and then keep the Artisan in play to be able to recover Sableye, potentially. Did James prize Iono? I think James's last Iono is in the deck. Switch card into Cram. Ooh, switch card... Well... No, switch card into Cram doesn't seem that good, actually, to be honest. Switch card into Comfy. Okay, that makes sense. I guess if you're going to Roxanne this turn, you should be able to find a way to move this Comfy. It'd be kind of wild if Benji didn't find a way to move the Comfy, to be honest. All right, Benji's missing a card there. Gotta get that last card, Benji. There we go. Dude, this is an intense game. Countercatcher in deck. I think James has Countercatcher and Boss left. Definitely got rid of one Countercatcher early, but I think there is a Countercatcher and a Boss left here for James. But James is playing around Boss because the prize trade... It's possible Benji just doesn't draw a prize card this turn, and it might even just be correct for Benji to not draw a prize card this turn. I saw a Shiny Arcana in the hand there for James. For Benji, plenty of ways to move. Super Rod to recover Sableye potentially. Has this Flower Sucking to work with as well. There we go. 12 on Baby Guardy seems correct. Does seem pretty good. You could also KO the active and put the rest on the Baby Guardy. I don't think that's... Well, then you activate the reversal. So it would just be come down to Countercatcher or Boss from James. I just feel like James has pretty good odds of hitting Countercatcher or Boss. If you are going for the KO this turn, then playing Path was correct from Benji. If Benji plans on KOing the active, then putting Path in play was correct. Well, yeah. You could get the V-Star here, but didn't get the V-Star. So no V-Star for Benji. So if you take a knockout, all James needs is the Gust effect. Doesn't even need to accelerate energy to the Gardevoir here. But if you do just go Sableye 12 on the Shiny Arcana, you don't... Well, you do have Super Rod plus Roxanne next turn as Benji. So you could Super Rod the Sableye back, play Roxanne. Is Benji ever... What? No attack this turn? Pass? Wait, no attack at all? Instead of 12 on the Shiny Arcana? Does that make sense, though? Is that correct, actually? Maybe this is just correct. So James needs... Actually, James can't win this turn, but James can just attack the active. James could just attack the active and knock that out. And the Countercatcher is gone for Benji. Okay, this is interesting. James can't get the Guardy EX out of play. Does have Collapsed, but can't get it out of play. Actually, maybe could. Here comes the Avery. Maybe James can get it out of play, actually. 2 more basics here that aren't the Zacian. Nope. Oh, got 1. That's not quite enough. If James had found another basic Pokemon, I don't even know if there's one left, to be honest. Then we could have collapsed away the Guardy EX, and then James, there's no win condition for Benji on board. Oh, no, there would be because of the Sableye. No, but James could KO the Sableye this turn. James could go KO Sableye. James could have gone KO Sableye plus collapse it away, but then Benji could go Super Rod, recover Sableye, reestablish Sableye, and then be fine. Oh, man. You never... You have to attack here as James, right? You can't give Benji another... Well, you could. James could not attack, I guess. James could pass. James could also pass here, actually. And then be like, I'll just play for Boss next turn. And it is going with that. Effectively. You at least hit the Tina here for sure. Tina V-Star from Benji is game. As Tina V-Star's in deck, I think you just start with Flower Selecting here from Benji. If you hit a Tina V-Star, the game is over. Could even hit a switch card, and that would lead to another Comfy, which could lead to a Tina V-Star. It's a Mirage Gate. So it's not another Tina V-Star. Or it's not a Tina V-Star. So you could Roxanne here from Benji, and then evolve to a Tina V-Star, and then hope that the boss is whiffed. Hope that James whiffs boss. So you can put 1 energy on each Comfy here. Probably want to put 1 on each, so that way you can retreat into the other one, then move that one on the next turn. Benjamin not taking a knockout last turn to play. No, you want 1 on each. You want 1 on each. He's going to retreat to the bench Comfy here, which I assume Benji's going to retreat to the bench Comfy here. You're not guaranteed to have the switch card. So you might not be able to... maybe 1 on each doesn't make a difference, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Did Ben have a V-Star to Rod? No, all the V-Stars, the last 2 V-Stars are in the deck. So Benjamin can't win this turn. I think it is just a Roxanne angle here. The only other thing I could see here would be Boss Greninja. But I'm pretty sure James has an energy left, so that wouldn't be super effective. Yeah, Benji could go Boss. Benji could go Boss Greninja. Spinny attack. Benji doesn't want to draw a prize card here. Yeah, Benji doesn't want to draw a prize card here. Goes into the Comfy first. Interesting, before the Roxanne. There's the V-Star. The V-Star's not a win, though. There's no switch card in hand. That's interesting from Benji to have not played the Roxanne first and then use the Comfy afterwards. Yeah, Benji's playing around counter catcher here by not taking the knockout. Otherwise, it doubles James's outs. And like a draw supporter could just see the whole hand for turn. The whole, what is it called? I'm going to go with the attach active. This is like the same thing, I guess, as splitting the energy off the Mirage Gate. So it's like the same thing. I don't think there's a reason to play Super Rod here. It's just going to be the Roxanne. Man, if James whiffs again... Right, there we go. I'm pretty sure James does have one Psychic left, so the Greninja was able to be moved. If... Man, there's only 14 minutes left as well. That definitely favors Benji by quite a bit going into Game 3 here. Dude, actually, the third prediction might come true. Whoever is ahead on prize cards wins. Actually, might come true here. Here's a 6 from Benji. Once again, I don't think we're taking a prize card here. You have game in hand here as Benji on the next turn. There's the pass. Draw from James. Collapsed. Load up. Knockout. Wait, actually? Oh, yeah, it is that simple. All right, maybe Benji should have KO'd the Screamtail this turn. I didn't even think about Screamtail just winning the game. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, okay, Benji definitely should have KO'd the Screamtail this turn. If all you need is a Stadium Bump or the Gust, James immediately asking the judge how much time is remaining. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. We definitely should have seen like a spinning attack or something from Benji there. We definitely, yeah. Even though it opens up the counter catcher, there's more Stadium Bumps. Yeah, I think Benji like overthought that there. Was like, oh, I'm still playing around counter catcher, and then forgot, oh wait, maybe I should play around Stadium Bump this time instead. And we saw how quickly James played out his turn, knowing he's got to go fast. All right. Benji could have preloaded damage the turn prior without taking a KO. That is true. Benji could have played that differently. Could have just put 12 on the Shiny Arcana. I think that's what I would have liked to have seen Benji do, is just put 12 on Shiny Arcana and be like, okay, James, you got to draw a prize card here. And then, I guess drawing a prize card there for James doesn't matter, though, and James would have drawn a prize card and still been fine with it, I guess. It would have been like the same situation, to be honest, but it would have given Benji the win condition of Sableye, back-to-back Sableyes, which I guess wasn't a possibility. Yeah, all right. That's fine. All right, 12 minutes left. Definitely I give Tina the edge in time. So James has to play a more aggressive strategy this game. Can't do like the cheesy Cresselia ping for a million turns while Benji draws a prize card every turn. We still might have to go with the Mirage Step. You prefer like a Candy Guard EX route as well. Just be aggressive. Prize of Ralts, prizization, not a huge deal. Candy prize, so the chance of doing the candy play is just like really, really low. And Benji chose... Oh, that makes sense. Benji chose first, but that's one of those classic Tina going first hands where you wish you had gone second. Let's see if James can capitalize. Mew top deck. 2 Super Rod in hand. Goodness gracious. James's hand sucks. Doesn't even have the option of Mirage Step. I don't think. No, James does have Mirage Step. But did prize a Refinement. Really wants to hold the Artisan. Just goes and uses it. It's going to grab a Ralts into the Mirage Step next turn. But there's a Refinement prize, unfortunately, for James here. Or is it the Mirage Step? Was the Mirage Step prize again? No shot, right? I don't think so. I think it's a what's it called? We should see James bench the Mew as well and attach to the bench Ralts. So that way, if Cram KO active happens, James can push up Mew, potentially utilize it. For sure. Azul, you know I love watching you play and respect you very highly as a player, but you casting regionals would be sick. Your commentary is elite. I mean, it would definitely be a different form of commentary if I was like doing an official casting, but appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, like if I was doing official casting, I'd have to adjust my cadence. Is that the word? All right, here's the course from Benji. Even though we didn't have a great turn one, we're still looking for that Cram attack here from Benji. Benji wants to be aggressive. And, oh, let's go, dude. You love some classic Tina gameplay. Oh, my goodness. All right, so we keep the Path, because you want to be aggressive with Path, especially with a Stadium Order use here from James. Grass is usually pretty important to keep. If you didn't prize a grass, though, you could have lost on the grass there. And there was a grass in hand, I believe, right? Oh, no, never mind. There's the Artisan from Benji. I mean, you can go get a Comfy now, I guess. I guess that's fine. But we're probably looking at we're going to switch card to the bench. Wait, does Benji only play 2 water, actually? Maybe Benji only plays 2 water. Actually, did Benji prize a water? Someone in chat confirm. Water prize, question mark? Because there's only, oh, wait, was that 2 water in the deck, actually? Maybe I'm tripping. There's definitely 1 water in the deck. We just lost owned 1. Oh, there's 2 in the deck. There's 2 in the deck. Okay, never mind. There is 3. Yeah. I don't know if James knows that or not, because like James could like make a read here and be like, all right, you've lost underwater. I'm just not going to play around it. So yeah, the loss under the water was definitely 100% correct there from Benji then, yeah. Would you ever keep water for Ninja? No, not if you play the 3. If you play 3 there, I think it's correct for the way Benji played it to conserve the grass. Because you want to attach the grass for turn 2 the Tina. I guess you could like... No, you're going to go switch card Jet, right? Are you going to even switch card into the Comfy or just attach grass active Abyss Seeking? I actually don't know. You appreciate the Prime subs there. The Yasuo and Switch Stance 69. Welcome both to the Rat Pack. We're all out of, oh my goodness, we got plenty of not Pokemon. Yeah, it's going to be, you should probably dig as much as possible here from Benji. Goes into the Comfy. Actually, the Cram attack, I think, is still possible here, to be honest. I think the Cram play is still alive, actually, for Benji. Goes for another Jet. Gives up a Gate. Does have 2 Gate in hand, but those could be getting iron to the bottom of the deck quick here. Yeah, then back into the Tina for an Abyss Seeking. I want to see an aggressive path here from Benji as well, though. I want to see an aggressive path. Oh, did we lose on a path? Where'd the other path go? I thought we had a path in hand and got a path of colors. Oh, it is in the hand, yeah. Especially with a stadium bump already being used here. 8 minutes left. Pretty easy loss zones. Keep that water. We keep that water. Get rid of the Tina V-Star. Ooh, I mean, I kind of like Tina V-Star's pretty chill, though. I don't know. Chill dude. Collapsed in hand. Here's the Mirage Step. Oh, the Mirage Step was in hand for James. Okay, and yeah, just only Mirage Step off the rip. Unfortunately, only 2 Curlias, I believe, here for James. The 3rd one should be prized. James wants to do a double check, though, to make sure. Did I misremember? Wait, it is the triple Curlia. I thought there was 1 prize. What do we prize? Let's go. The triple Curlia's out. James finally pulls off the Mirage Step play. 5 in the loss zone, though, here, and a really big hand for Benji. And has that water energy. The threat of the Radiant Greninja is real here for Benji. Yeah, the threat of the Radiant Greninja is real. Just needs the Radiant Greninja, actually, and not to draw into the water energy off the Colress. Battle VIP Pass top deck, obviously not going to be great. Right, immediately into the Colress. If we see Greninja here, this is looking good for Benji. Frog is prize? Is prized again? Oh, that's a lot of Pokemon. We need the Cram. We need the Sableye. We get rid of Escape Rope and Tina V. Gotta go. That's fine, though. We need the attackers. The attackers are too important. And you should not go ahead and then take a bunch of prize cards later. I can't tell if you're trolling or not. We definitely just need we just want to swing. We're not trying to chill. Guardy's not going to be chilling. James is attacking next turn. Okay, here comes the Nest Ball. Has to be the Tina. The Greninja is prized? Oh, it really is. You guys weren't lying. That sucks. That's so bad for Benji. Oh my gosh. All right, the Mirage Gates can start hitting, though. We can get down Sableye. We can get down Cram. We can play double Mirage Gate. We can load up a ton of energy and play. And Benji can be set up to draw prize cards turn after turn after turn for a little while here. Honestly, I kind of want to see a Psychic. Ooh, I kind of want to see a Psychic hit the Sableye, to be honest. Yeah, I want to see a Psychic get loaded up on this Sableye here from Benji. I think having that option is super powerful. Ooh, doesn't bench it, though. I don't like that from... I want to see that Psychic make its way to a Sableye. So grass to the other Tina. This is not bad either, but I want to see the Sableye be ready to go. To potentially go for some really aggressive plays here from Benji. Or like have some really aggressive responses. I don't love that from Benji. I think we could have gone grass plus a Psychic to the Sableye instead. We have a switch card in the hand here as well for Benji, so we can preserve the Jet in play here. We got this Cram knockout. So really good board state here for Benji. I at the very least want to see the Sableye get benched. There's no reason the Sableye shouldn't get benched here. Well, I guess the reason to not bench the Sableye actually is like James could go Cresselia. Okay, maybe I take it back, actually. Maybe this is better than Benji's doing. Keep the switch card so we can move our Cram if we want to. And then I guess don't bench Sableye because you don't want to get Cresselia here. Like, James would just go Cresselia or Sableye. All right, I like this play better from Benji, actually. Benji's on top of it. All right, immediately, Curly gets sent up here from James. Or James has to start cooking, though. The Greninja play didn't happen. Well, I guess there was double Gate was played. Double gate was played and the Greninja play didn't happen. I wonder if like that's a read that James can play into a little bit. Of being like, okay, you either prize the water or you prize Greninja. I wonder if James just knows that. Like if you can make that read here. There's an Iono that's big. Like, do you even bench Manaphy here? I almost feel like you don't bench Manaphy here as James. Especially because like Collapse Stadium is you're gonna play Collapse Stadium before you play Iono here, and because of that, yeah, you're definitely playing Collapse here, and you want to have room for Cresselia. I assume the Cresselia play is happening here from James. Goes for the attach on the Guard EX. Okay, interesting. Could have attached to a Cresselia instead to start to load it for a Shiny Arcana. I almost like that better. Once again, you got to go fast though here. I assume we're just going to go Cresselia KO Comfy here for James, but maybe James is going to play it different. Still has one refinement left. Needs to start cooking. Maybe just give up the Greninja. Let's get her the level ball. Okay. No Shiny Arcana, but there's the Fog. I assume this is going to be for the Cresselia. Yeah, putting the Psychic on a Curly, I definitely like that more, to be honest. Like, I think we want to build up towards that Shiny Arcana. It would have left 20 damage on our active Gardevoir EX, but I feel like that's fine to leave that damage on our active Gardevoir EX. And I assume James is going to go for the Comfy KO here. Could go for some damage on the Tina. Actually, yeah, I'm curious to see what James does, actually. Both plays seem good. The one play seems better, though. The Curlies still do get loaded up overall. Wait, do we need that energy in the discard pile, actually? Oh, actually, we needed the energy on the active to, like, make this play even happen. Does go for the Comfy KO as well. Ignores the Tinas, goes for the Comfy KO. Benji does have a boss here. Our boss is pretty good here. You can evolve to the Tina. He's thinking about playing the Nest Ball. Yeah, see if we'd just been stable, I guess I would have just got KO'd. But we still would have been a little bit more set up. So, like, the thing would be, like, we'd still have Comfy in play, though, because the Sableye would get KO'd probably here. Now Benji's going to eye up the Sableye. Is Benji ever swinging with Tina here? I don't even know if Benji's hand can allow him to swing with Tina here. So, yeah, should you go for Sableye or should you just go for another Comfy here? All right, there we go. Damage counters? No. There was a manual attachment to the Guard EX from James. Which does make the most sense, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to do the damage. I just assumed we had more Psychics in our discard pile and could do that, but James needed to attach the Psychic to the active. All right, immediately into a Mirage Gate. Now we're getting the Psychic loaded up on the Sableye. Honestly, I like keeping the water around here, though. Yeah, I like that from Benji. Keeping both waters in the deck. Increase our odds of drawing into water, so we can go draw into water, attach water to Greninja if we find Greninja, and then go Super Rod Mirage Gate. I guess actually Benji might be trying to... Actually, no, Benji's probably trying to attack with Sableye here, right? To KO the Cresselia. Although I still like KOing a Curlia over the Cresselia, to be honest. Because you're fine if Cresselia comes back and KOs your Sableye, I think, overall. 7 from Benji, looking for a Colress. Which Colress? Also had the Avery. Oh, no, but you need to get to 10. I was like, Avery's actually kind of cool here if you could attack with Sableye. I think the Avery was in that hand. But yeah, I think Benji here with the Sableye damage should go KO Curlia or on Cresselia, I guess. Yeah, KO Curlia 4 on Cresselia. Yeah, sure. We can KO Curlia 1 on Guard EX, 3 on Cresselia in case the Cresselia doesn't attack on the next turn, which is possible. Got a minute 50 left. That's a clean. That's clean. And got the path. The path is huge. Another Tina out. Throw out the path. Bump the. You definitely make James work on this next turn, I think, for sure. Oh, Benji considering not. We're at 10 in the loss zone. Like I said, I think you ignore the Cresselia here. You just set up the Cresselia to be KO'd by Cram on the next turn. Benji asking if I have attached for turn. You don't want your Cram to get stuck in the active, though, I guess, is maybe just going to conserve the energy. I don't think Benji has attached for turn. It was just Mirage Gate. So yeah, I think Benji can attach here. I want to see the path come out here, I think. I want to see the path come out here from Benji. Yep. 2 Stadium Bumps left for James. We got a Worker and a Vacuum. And the water. I guess Benji's probably thinking here, what if they countercatch my Cram? But I don't know if you're really scared of that here as Benji. I feel like you could attach to the Tina here fine, but going to be a little bit more conservative. They can both use Star Requiem right now, so you're not in a terrible spot. I want to see 8 on a Curlia. Just goes with the Cresselia KO. Okay. Yeah, I want to see 8 on Curlia there, I think. I like 8 on Curlia. 1 on Guard EX, 3 on the Cresselia. And then if James attacks with Cresselia again, you can just respond with Cram Knockout. I don't know. I don't like hate this, but I don't know, because now we can just see like you can just see like a Shiny Arcana plus a reversal knockout this Sableye or something from James. All right, up 2 prize cards for Benji, and time is going to be called almost definitely here on James's turn with 20 seconds left. Looking pretty good. There's the Psychic Energy grab. Yeah, looking pretty good here for Benji. In 4 seconds left. Still some refinements to come out for James, but got the whole freaking squad on the bench here for Benjamin. If Benjamin just finds... If Benjamin has boss next turn, I'm pretty sure the game is just over. You just Star Requiem the Guard EX and the game just ends. I don't think James has a way to make the comeback at that point. And honestly, like, even if there was more time in this game, the board is so set up for James, it would be tough. So what has to be the play here from James now? I mean, it has to be... But if you counter catch a KO at Tina, the Sableye just claps back. The Sableye just claps back. There's the Iono, but then if you play Iono and don't use Worker, then you have to find the Vacuum. Is the Vacuum there? Is it prize? I don't know. I don't remember the prize cards. Is it the Worker in hand? I can't tell. Does have an Ultra Ball, which can get a Shiny Arcana Gardevoir. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Here comes the... Really again. So what happens when you don't run Jirachi? Yeah, this matchup, yeah, letting Sableye do this much work. Okay, there's the reversal. I mean, the play just from James here has to be knock out the Sableye, right? I feel like the play has to be knock out... But that feels so... I feel like it has to be knock out Sableye. It has to be like Iono knock out Sableye. You have the reversals. You don't need... You don't need a Stadium Bump this turn. Go get the Guardian. Go get the Shiny Arcana. Evolve the active. Attach the reversal. James is turn 0. Benji is turn... Oh, but how do you ever stop another 2 prize... Is that ever enough? Maybe that's just never enough, though. I don't know. How does James ever win this? If James draws 2 on a Tina, then the Sableye comes back up and draws 1. Benji goes down to 3. And then James draws 2 on a Tina, goes down to 1. Then Benji goes down to 1. Oh, and then they're tied on prize cards, I guess. Wait, no. Benji would have only drawn 2 prize cards over those turns. Well, actually, I don't know how many prize cards can the Sableye draw over turns here, actually. Maybe we have to play for some insane Shiny Arcana hits from James. That might have to be the play here. Yeah, I think that might have to be the play here from James, actually. It's like some insane Shiny Arcana hits from James might have to be the move. There's a Shiny Arcana, has the reversal, has the Iono. Needs to hit Vacuum off the Iono. Could hit another Shiny Arcana. Has the counter catcher in hand as well. I feel like you always have to KO Tina this turn. We'll see if James thinks differently. James is okay with KO and Sableye. Is that good enough? Okay, so James is going to go KO Sableye, which does force Benjamin to then go... No, but then Benji just wins with Star Requiem, right? Can't Benji just Star Requiem the Shiny Arcana and the game ends? No. Yes. I think so. Well... Does Star Requiem KOing the Shiny Arcana just win? Because you don't discard... Because the only other thing that could happen is Benji sends up the... Tina with 3 energy and then has an awkward lost impact, but you don't have to lost impact here. But I guess you could. If you just have an energy here as a Benji, you just lost impact and you're chilling. Yeah. There is the Vacuum. Well, now why are we vacuuming now here? There's a Chorus in the hand for Benji even. And another path. Maybe she wants to... Wait, yeah, why are we bumping the path? Oh, to use Greninja. Okay, but of course. A reversal and an Ultra Ball. Yeah, I'm curious what James was looking for. Had the counter catcher in the last hand and didn't play it, right? Sheesh. James isn't familiar with this matchup or something? No, James is definitely very familiar with this matchup. Like, that is not it at all. I don't like James's play style. Well, luckily for you, James has no play style and is just trying to make the optimal play in the moment, which every top-level competitive player tries to do. So James's play style is literally the exact same as every other top-level player in the game. So don't worry about it. If you don't like James's play style, you just don't like Pokemon. So we got the other Shiny Arcana. I don't know if this makes a difference, though. If you play Jirachi, this would be easier. Yeah, but that's like saying playing any... If I played 4 Drapion, I'd probably have an easier time against Mew. But we don't have Drapions, you know? Like, we have what we have, and then we make plays around what we have. Is that James' last Stadium Bump? No. Yes, the Worker's gone. So that is last Stadium Bump. So the game should be over here, actually, because Benji has the last path. Yeah, Benji has the last path here. So, no, he has a Worker. The Worker's in the discard pile now. So this path actually just wins the game here for Benji. This path just wins the game here, I think. I think Benji has game anyways here, but the path also should just secure it. Debating keeping the Pokegear to have increased outs to the boss. I actually I don't hate that. I don't, you know. But also you want to attach an energy for turn here so you can use the Lost Impact. This, I think that is fine. I mean, Jet versus Water, I guess, doesn't really matter. Benching Comfy seems fine. Then you should attach Water active, play path, Lost Impact, KO the Guardy, and that should basically secure it, I think. The path basically locks up the game here. James is out of path bumps. So I don't think there's a way for... Actually, I'm trying to think of a way for James to have an out here. Okay, no, there's no out. I don't think there's an out because there's no bump to the path. And James is checking if there's a bump to path here right now, I think. It's 4 down. Guardy's dead. Our Requiem's online. No Palpad? No, James doesn't play Palpad. Our Requiem's online. Is there any play here if you counter catch or something? The only play would have been to have benched Screamtail last turn as James. If James had benched Screamtail last turn, and then this turn had Iono, counter catcher, Comfy, kill Cram. But that would have been like a hard read to make. So I don't think this is possible here. So I think the game is going to end on who has more prize or who has less prize cards remaining. How did I word the prediction? Any Arcana left? There is an Arcana left, I think. But that doesn't make a difference, I don't think. James doesn't have a stadium bump, so he can't even draw 2 prize cards this turn. Yeah, with a stadium bump, so if James did have if James has stadium bump plus knockout active, that would have been plus Iono. That would have been a win condition, but we don't have that here for James. James is still playing the game, so it makes me think that there is a win condition here, but I'm pretty sure there's just not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's just not. Oh wait, can he get to? No, I don't think he can. I don't think he can do it. No, wait, you could candy the bench. No, but there's the boss in hand. We know there's the boss in hand. I guess James doesn't know that. You could candy the bench Guardy, Turo hit 2 into no, Shining Arcana hit 2 into Turo into Evolve active hit 2 win. I don't think there's a win condition here for James. I don't think now with this play there's no win condition. For sure, there's no win condition. There we go. Shining Arcana for 2. Nope, nothing there. And there it is, bro. What an insane dub.